Hey everyone, how's everyone doing today? My name is Gina and I'm doing great. So today I am working on two more Christmas cards, and I'm going to be using a technique that I used in my October Mission Inspiration art journal page. I just love the technique and I wanted to use it to do a panel for a card. So I am using from the Tonics kit number 15 the panel there, and cut out from a piece of mixed media paper, 140-pound weight, and I'm taking my makeup brushes that I got from Amazon.com, and I'm using Distress Oxide ink in Tumbled Glass and Stormy Sky, and just blending them onto the panel there. And I will take some water and put little splashes on, let it sit for a second or two, and then take a paper towel and dab it up. And then I will also make sure it's good and dry with a hair dryer. I prefer a hair dryer when I'm drying, and I just use a heating tool when I emboss. So I don't know, that's just the way I like to roll. And then look at this cute little stamp. It says special delivery from the North Pole. I just love it. I got it from Hobby Lobby last year on clearance, and I'm using the lavender, or is it lavender? I don't know. It's distressed ink. And the stencil I created using my Scan and Cut. And so I'm just taking the same inks that I used before and just using them, with the stencil. I'm not really caring much where the placement is, even if I get a whole flake in there. I just, wanted some texture on the background. But now I will be particular, and I will tape down my stencil to make sure that it does not move, because I do not want it to move. One thing that I should have done that I neglected to do was to use my embossing buddy and the hairdryer too after I did the initial using of the ink there to make sure that it was good and dry. But it still looks good. So I'm taking Versamark ink and I'm going through the stencil. Now I'm taking clear embossing powder, and I'll use my heating tool and heat it up so that it will be nice and pretty and that you'll be able to see them. Look, is it magic? It's magic! Hello, snowflakes. How are you today? I love this technique. It is so cool. I love embossing in general anyway. It's like, little magic happens. Just all of a sudden, poof, things happen, right? So I am taking iced spruce in the distress ink, and I really didn't like that color at all. And I'm going to take a paper towel. This is the technique you do anyway. You put the ink over, and then you take a paper towel and you take it off of where you have embossed, right? And it will make that really shine and show. Well, I didn't like that spruced ink, or ice spruced. So I just ended up putting the other oxide inks over it, and as you can see, I'm just rubbing and getting it off. So you can see the snowflakes and that they're like there. Bam! Look at them. So cute. I love this technique. Again, just drying it, make sure that the ink is good and dried. And I will now decide which background I wanted, or card base I want to do. And I picked the gray at first, and this is just a piece of paper from just from my stash, and I cut it out, for a panel. Now look at this beautiful blue paper. Oh my gosh, this came from the Tonics kit. Is it not gorgeous? And the dye is just from wish.com. I love this color. It is so gorgeous. Oh my God, this paper is so pretty. So I'm just going to be embossing Winter Wishes, which came from the kit 11. And then I'll be embossing it with the white embossing powder. And it looks really pretty on that blue. I don't know if the video is even picking up the detail of that blue. It's just so pretty. I love Tonic's paper. They have a really nice paper. It's really sturdy, and just the colors on it and the textures, so good. So I'm going to end up getting a little snowman Brad. I got this from the expo. He is adorable. And I'm going to just take a pokey tool and poke a hole. Now I decided that I loved the paper, the polka dot paper. It is so cute, but I did not like that gray card base. So I'm going to end up switching it out and doing a white card base in the end, because I just wanted it to pop more. So that's what you see me doing there. Stamps of Life, that's where I got the polka dotted paper. I'm like, where did I get that from? It was from Stamp of Life when I was getting their kits. So I just went ahead and used it. And I'm just using Fabri-Tac to glue everything down, keep everything in place. And that's pretty much it. That's that card right there. Isn't it adorable? Simple, cute, love it. It is so cute. Oh yes, and I have these little snowflakes that they're silver, but they also look blue as well, like when you see them all together. So I just used 3 of those there on the tag. And now that I'm looking at it, I'm like, you know, could have put a ribbon or put some twine or whatever. But it's a simple, cute little tag. Card. I love it just the way it is. Now moving on to the second card. And again, this is from the Tonic Kit 11. And I made a boo-boo. Now, y'all, this card is not one of my best cards. But I wanted to go ahead and keep it in the video to let you see that, one, we all have off days where we make things that are not the best in the world, but don't get discouraged. Just do it. Have fun. So it all started off, you know, here. I had to do this twice because I was up too tall on the paper. So I had to end up using the die again because I wanted this whole panel cut off, right? So that's what I ended up doing, using glitter paper and just cutting it off. And it's so cute though, I love it. And you'll just see me just using dies. This is from Simon Says Stamp dies, and then I'll be using a little gingerbread girl. Well, she turns out to be a girl. Oh, this paper is from Tonic Studios. Look how beautiful it is. Because from Recollection, I got it on clearance last year. It's so cute. So I'm making a little gingerbread girl is what I'm going to do. Again, paper from Tonic Studios. Look at that. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Ugh, I just love their paper. But anyway, so I'm going to be making a little gingerbread girl. And like I said, this is a new technique for me. So I have foil, right? I bought foil sheets because Simon Says Stamps October kit had them in it. I saw videos with them. They look so cool. I couldn't wait to use them. I got so jacked up. I got so excited, right? And so I'm like, I'm going to make a card with them, and I have an idea. I know what I'm going to do. Look it. So I get these snowflake stamps, right? They're from a lot of different stamp collections that I have. I am using my Versamark. I use my embossing buddy. I remembered everything, right? So I'm going to be using sticky embossing powder. Now, I don't know if the powder was not that great, and I do know that when you use sticky embossing powder, you have to be careful and not over heat it, because then it dries it, right? It won't be sticky. So I want it to be sticky. So I'm doing everything that I know to do, right? I even, take the little brush and brush it off. I mean, I want this to be mwah. So I just leave it on for a few seconds until it starts going away. And so now I start to use the foil. And you will see what happens. It's disastrous. Okay? I wanted it in the silver, and then I have white. So I'm not giving up though, right? And I'm like, I'm still going to use it. And look, it looks awful. Well, in the end, I do keep faddling with it. And I end up getting two very decent looking snowflakes in the top left-hand corner. The rest look pitiful. They're sad, sad, sad snowflakes. But I wasn't giving up, and I won't give up on this technique. I'm going to try it again. But I went ahead, I finished the card, as you can see, using stamps that say Happy Holiday, and this is from Nouveau, and ink from the Tonics kit. And then I go over it with a tonic marker that's kind of metallic-y, you know. And then I'm going to actually smush around it as well with some distressed oxide ink there, because it was just too white. I didn't like it. And then I don't like smushing around with these makeup brushes. I realize that on this one, because they just don't work right. So anytime you want to like just ink the edges, I suggest using the foam, or you know, the spongy ones. So now I'm going to make my little girl. She's so cute, isn't she? And I'm just using my gel pen here, my white gel pen, to put her little face on and everything. And then there's her cute little dress. And I did use distressed ink, and I was going to kind of like, you know, put buttons on her with that and like folded and all this, and then I was like, no, this just paper is just too pretty. So I just put two little dots, and that looked kind of crappy. But I fixed that. So I'm just using Nouveau glue to glue everything down. And if the foil would have worked, this card would be gorgeous. But look at that. It's so sad. It's so sad. But again, I had fun making the card. And, you know, like I covered up a lot of the boo-boos, you know, you can't really tell. And like the two snowflakes that are showing, they look, you know, they look decent. They don't look too bad. So this is just trial and error, right? You just have to keep learning, keep going, and have fun. And I did have fun making her. So I'm going to get some of those, the little snowflakes that I used before, and I'm going to put those around the paper. I'm using the Nouveau drops that come in the kits, and there's these little bottles are so hard to squeeze when they get almost empty, that you have to use two hands, and then too much comes out, and so that's another issue. But she looks fine now, but then just wait, y'all. But anyway, so I'm putting those little snowflakes around the card, which helps, you know, it helps too, to kind of put your eyes on other places besides all the boo-boos that are happening. But like I said, I think a lot of it has been covered with this sentiment and with the little gingerbread girl and all that kind of good stuff. So I also will be making her a bow, because I looked at her, I'm like, man, she needs something. So I made her a bow to go on top of her head, and there it is, out of my die that I had, and just used the paper. And so I will put that on her head. And then when I'm doing that is when I accidentally hit one of her eyeballs. And then I have to fix her eyeball and her cheek on the left side. So needless to say, look, she looks cute there, doesn't she? She's so happy, so rosy cheeks. And then I end up right there. Did you see my big fat finger? Squished her eyeball. And then I have these cute little, they're for your fingernails, but they're little rosettes. So I put those as her little buttons. Ain't cute. So then I do fix her eye. I take a Q-tip and try to get the Nouveau off. And in the end, it looks okay. I mean, it's not as good as what it was. But, you know, hey. This card will not be given to anybody. It was just something fun for me to do, and hopefully to inspire y'all to try these techniques, and just to try something different. I always like watching people make cards to get ideas. So I hope this at least did that for y'all. So there's the two cards. I do love them both. So I hope you love them, and I hope y'all enjoyed the video, and I hope y'all have a great Thanksgiving, and I will talk to y'all next week. Y'all be good to one another, and I'll talk to you later. Thanks for watching. Bye.